At 6:35, we are less than 3 hours away from Texas senators gaveling in for the 6th day of suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton's impeachment trial.
We have a crew live at the Capitol, but first we will start with our Marcelino Benito, who is in the newsroom with an overview of what we saw in the chambers yesterday.
Day 5 of the Paxton impeachment trial featured explosive testimony about the suspended Attorney General's extramarital affair. Ken Paxton's former chief of staff took the stand. Missy Carey walked jurors through how she came to learn of Paxton's alleged mistress. Paxton's wife, Senator Angela Paxton, in the chambers just feet away. Carey says her heart broke for Miss Paxton when the AG confessed his affair with Laura Olson to staff in 2018. But a year later, she learned it was still going on, and she took those concerns right to her boss, Ken Paxton, warning him it could lead to ethical and legal consequences like bribery and abuse of power. Another round of witness testimony set to begin later this morning.
All right, Marcelino, thank you. Staying with this topic, initially, most experts expected this trial to last through the end of the month, but now we are learning there could be a verdict by the end of this week.
That's right. Our Victor Jacobo has been in Austin since the trial first started last week. And Victor, what can we expect in the coming days?
Yeah, Kimberly and Steph, we can certainly expect a faster pace as attorneys are running against the clock for the allotted time of testimony in this phase of the trial. We already saw that faster pace yesterday. We saw 4 witnesses take the stand. That's the most in a single day, including Missy Carey, Ken Paxton's former chief of staff, who shared impactful testimony about the Attorney General's extramarital affair.
I told General Paxton quite bluntly that it wasn't my business who he was sleeping with, but that when things boiled over into the office and into the state work, that it had become my business.
While that testimony was shared, Ken Paxton's wife, Senator Angela Paxton, was there to listen to all of it. She's part of the jury, but will not have a vote to decide to acquit or convict her husband. Prosecution and defense attorneys are now approaching the end of time they have for testimony. And Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said they are on pace to reach that time cap Thursday morning. We could also get closing statements as early as Thursday, and then it's in the hands of the Senate for deliberations. The Senate will not have any days off for deliberations, so if they have to, they'll work through the weekend until they reach that verdict. Now, yesterday, the Senate adjourned for the day just before 7 o'clock. They are expected to push again through that 6 o'clock hour into the evening to about 7 o'clock today to get as much testimony as they can in for today. And things will get started at about 9 this morning. Back to you in studio.
All right, Victor, the new timeline on an expected verdict. Certainly an interesting twist in all of this. Thank you. We will be following this trial every step of the way for you. For the latest updates, text the word Paxton to 713-526-1111. We will text you back with links to our latest coverage.